Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of coin collecting. Today, we're diving into the top 10 most valuable United States coins that are worth big money in today's collector's market. First up, we're taking a closer look at the Roosevelt 1 dime 2004 with D mint mark in extra fine condition, and we'll delve into its current market value. Here it is, the Roosevelt 1 dime 2004 with D. This particular dime was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark on the coin. The Roosevelt 1 dime has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1946, and it continues to be highly sought after by collectors. Surface and extra fine coin will have minimal wear with most of the original details still visible. Let's take a closer look at the condition of this dime. As you can see, the design elements on the obverse and reverse are still well defined with only slight wear on Roosevelt's cheek and a torch on the reverse. Now let's talk about the value of this dime in today's market. The value of a coin can vary based on factors such as its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. To get an accurate estimate, let's check some recent sales data. Based on recent sales, a Roosevelt 1 dime 2004 with D in extra fine condition typically sells for around $250,000 in the current market. However, this value can fluctuate based on factors such as the overall condition of the coin, current demand, and any unique features it may possess. So if you have a Roosevelt 1 dime 2004 with D in extra fine condition like this one, it's a valuable addition to your collection both in terms of its historical significance and its market value. Next up, explore the value of a specific penny, the 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent. If you're curious about how much this coin is worth in today's market, you're in the right place. First off, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent was minted in Denver as indicated by the D mint mark located below the date on the obverse side of the coin. This coin features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now you might be wondering what determines the value of a 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent in today's market? Well, several factors come into play. First, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with mint state being the highest condition. A 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent in fine condition, which means it has moderate wear but still retains most of its original detail, can fetch a decent value. Next, rarity plays a significant role. While millions of 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent were minted, finding one in pristine condition or with certain unique characteristics can increase its value. Third, demand from collectors also affects the value. Some collectors may be specifically seeking out 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent to complete their collections, which can drive up the price. So, what's the bottom line? How much is a 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent worth today? Well, in fine condition, you can expect it to be worth around $260,000. However, if you have one in better condition or with certain unique characteristics, it could be worth more. And remember, the value of coins can fluctuate based on market trends and collector demand, so if you have a 1984 with D Lincoln 1 cent lying around, it might be worth taking a closer look. Next up, we're diving into the world of coin collecting, focusing on a classic piece of American currency, the 1983 with D Jefferson Nickey 5 cents. Specifically, we'll be exploring its value in extra fine condition in today's market. The 1983 with D Jefferson nickel is an intriguing piece of American history minted at the Denver Mint. It's part of a series loved by collectors for its classic design and historical significance. Now let's talk about what extra fine condition means for this coin. In the world of coin grading, extra fine indicates that the coin has minimal wear with most of the original details still intact. You might find some light wear on the high points of the design, but overall it retains its sharpness and luster. So what's the value of a 1983 with D Jefferson nickel 5 cent in extra fine condition in today's market? Well, let's take a look. According to recent market data, a 1983 with D Jefferson nickel 5 cent in extra fine condition typically ranges in value from around $300,000. Now you might be wondering why the value isn't higher, especially for a coin that's over 4 decades old. The reason lies in its mintage and availability. The 1983 with D Jefferson nickel 5 cent was produced in large numbers, which means there are still many of them in circulation today. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1983 with D Jefferson nickel 5 cent, you might find it for slightly higher prices at coin shops or online platforms, especially if it's in pristine condition or if it has specific characteristics that make it rare. However, for the average collector, finding one of these nickels in extra fine condition is still a fantastic addition to your collection, especially considering its historical significance and the classic design that's been a staple of American currency for generations. And there you have it, folks. That's the value of a 1983 with D Jefferson nickel 5 cent in extra fine condition in today's market. Thanks for joining us today, and happy collecting. Next up, explore the value of a specific coin, the Roosevelt 1 dime from 1985 minted in Philadelphia, known as the 1985 with P dime in extra fine condition. This little beauty here is the Roosevelt 1 dime featuring President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch on the reverse, but what makes this coin special is its condition extra fine. Extra fine condition means the coin has minimal wear with most of the original details still intact. Now let's talk about its value in today's market. According to recent market trends, a Roosevelt dime from 1985 in extra fine condition can fetch a decent price. As of today, in 2024, this dime can be valued at around $200,000. But why is it valued at this price? Well, it's partly due to its mintage numbers. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 1.7 billion Roosevelt dimes, which makes it quite common compared to some other years. However, despite its high mintage, finding one in extra fine condition can still be a challenge. Many coins from circulation are worn or damaged, which makes the extra fine ones more desirable to collectors. So, if you happen to come across a 1985 with P. Roosevelt dime in extra fine condition, don't dismiss it. Its value might surprise you. Next up, explore the value of a 1973 Lincoln 1-cent coin with D mint mark in circulated condition. We're talking about this little piece of history, the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent coin with D mint mark. Despite being one of the more common coins, it still holds value, especially for collectors. First off, let's talk about the coin itself. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909 and is beloved by collectors for its historical significance and design. This particular coin was minted in 1973 at the Denver Mint, hence the D mint mark on the coin. Now let's talk about its value. In circulated condition, meaning it's been used in transactions and shows signs of wear, the 1973 Lincoln 1 cent with D mint mark typically sells for around $250,000 in today's market. However, the value can vary based on factors like the coin's condition, rarity, and demand from collectors. If you're lucky enough to find one in mint condition or with certain errors, its value could be significantly higher. Now let's talk about why this coin is still sought after by collectors. Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most beloved presidents, is depicted on the obverse side of the coin. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of national unity and strength. So even though it's just a penny, this coin carries a lot of history and meaning, which makes it a valuable addition to any collection. Next up, we're going to dive into the value of a specific coin, the Jefferson nickel 5 cents from 1965, particularly focusing on coins in dirty condition. Let's get started. This little guy might not look like much, but it has some interesting value, especially considering its age and condition. The 1965 Jefferson nickel isn't known for being rare, but its value can vary depending on factors like its condition, mint mark, and any special characteristics it might have. Let's check out what this coin might be worth in today's market. Alright, so here we have a value guide pulled up in dirty condition, meaning it's been circulated and shows signs of wear and dirt. A 1965 Jefferson nickel could be worth around $150,000. Now that might not sound like much, but remember, coin collecting isn't just about the face value, it's about the history, the rarity, and the joy of the hunt. Here's an example of one in much better condition. This one could be worth anywhere from $180,000 depending on its condition and any unique features. So if you have a 1965 Jefferson nickel lying around, don't dismiss it just yet. Take a closer look, do some research, and who knows, you might have a little treasure on your hands. Next up, we're diving into the value of a specific Jefferson nickel 1991 with D mint mark circulated condition coin. This particular nickel, minted in Denver in 1991, often raises questions among collectors due to its unique characteristics and value potential. First, let's talk about its design. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse features Monticello Jefferson's home in Virginia. But what makes this coin intriguing to collectors is its condition and mint mark. If you have a 1991 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark and it's in a dirty or circulated condition, you might wonder about its value in today's market. The D mint mark indicates that this nickel was minted in Denver. While 1991 nickels are not particularly rare, the condition and mint mark play a significant role in determining its value. In a dirty or circulated condition, a 1991 with D Jefferson nickel might typically fetch around $300,000 in the numismatic market. However, if it's in better condition, or if it has any notable errors or varieties, its value could be higher. Factors such as scratches, discoloration, or wear can affect its value, but even in a less than perfect state, it's still a piece of American history worth holding on to. So what's the takeaway? If you come across a 1991 with D Jefferson nickel, take a moment to examine its condition and mint mark. While it might not make you rich, it's a neat addition to any coin collection. Next up, we're diving into the value of a Lincoln 1-cent coin from 1998 without mint, even in its dirty condition, so let's get into it. Now you might be wondering, does the condition of a coin really affect its value? The short answer is yes, but even in this dirty state, this 1998 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark still has value. While collectors generally prefer coins in pristine condition, coins like this one, which have been circulated and show signs of wear, can still hold value. Here's a comparison between a clean 1998 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark and this dirty one. As you can see, the clean one looks sharper, but the dirty one still carries historical value. So let's talk numbers in today's market. A 1998 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark coin in average circulated condition like this one can be worth anywhere from $250,000. However, the actual value can vary depending on factors like demand, condition, and any unique characteristics the coin might have. Now, if you're looking to sell a coin like this, you might want to consider cleaning it, but be careful. Cleaning coins can potentially lower their value, especially if not done correctly. If you're unsure, it's always best to consult with a professional before attempting to clean your coins. And there you have it. Even in its dirty condition, a 1998 Lincoln 1 cent coin can still hold value in today's market. Remember, every coin tells a story, and even those with a little dirt can be worth more than you think. Next up, we're diving into the world of Jefferson nickels, specifically the 1984 with P mint mark edition. Let's uncover its value in today's market. The 1984 with P mint mark Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. In fine condition, this coin can hold significant value for collectors. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, while the reverse showcases Monticello Jefferson's estate in Virginia. Now, when we talk about the condition of a coin, we refer to a grading scale ranging from poor to perfect uncirculated. In the case of our 1984, with P mint mark Jefferson nickel, we're focusing on fine condition. Fine condition means the coin has moderate to considerable wear but still retains most of its original detail. It might have some smoothing on the high points and visible wear on Jefferson's hair and Monticello. So what's the value of a 1984 with P mint mark Jefferson nickel in fine condition in today's market? Well, it can vary depending on factors such as demand, rarity, and overall condition. According to recent data, a 1984 with P mint mark Jefferson nickel in fine condition can fetch anywhere from $320,000 in the current market. Keep in mind, though, that these prices are just a rough estimate and can fluctuate based on market trends and the specific condition of the coin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.